2016.
The Hightower sack. What do you got on that?
Yeah, I mean, same call. Isn't that crazy? Stack back or left. Same call I just talked about with Ninkovich. It was the same call, but let me go back. So this is you. So obviously, we're in a lot of 5 down. We're playing, really good offense. It's coming at us fast. We're struggling on defense, right?
Yeah, this is one of the highest scoring offenses in the history of the league.
Yeah, offensive MVP, best coordinator with Shanny, coordinator of the year.
Everything.
Yeah, lost. Okay. So coordinator of the year, best off, all that stuff, right? So off first half isn't going good. I'm trying to make adjustments. It's long. And then this is another one of those weird things, right? So the night before the game, we got extra time. So I'm like, hey, let's watch this game. Let's watch this game. Let's watch this game. So I had watched the Chargers game and I was like, I need to show this game. So it was the night before the game. I sat down with the defense and I said, listen, I go, this offense can score points. I go, but if we just play the game all the way out, I go, we'll be okay. I said, look at this game. So the Chargers in that year got down early. They got down big. But as you watch the game. To Atlanta. As you watch the game, they just started chipping away. Second half, chipping away. And then they scored. And then they stopped them. And then they turned the ball over. And it got all the way down to the end of the game. And the Chargers actually kicked a field goal and won the game.
Yeah.
They came back from it. It was a big deficit. It was good, kind of like, I was like, I'm going to show this game. So I remember, before the first half ended, I was like, all right, we got to go in this locker room. We got to remind everybody, like, we're okay here. There's another half of this game. And we just saw on tape how they, there's a window here. So we go in the locker room. First thing, you do, because the halftime's longer. I'm like, all right, everybody do what you got to do. Take a couple seconds. And I just got the defense. I said, listen, here's what we're going to do. I'm like, Julio is ridiculous. Like, we had the whole he's injured. He can't play it off his right foot. He's only going to be able to break left. No. No. He could break wherever he wanted to. Mm-hmm. So we had to, because I was cheating alignments based on that injury information. Yeah. I was like, don't worry about it. And then again, we megged the backside of cover 2. We undercut him. I think it was Logan, and he reached up over the top of Logan and took the in cut. And I was like, oh, shit, we got a problem. So, yeah. So that was in the first half, it was like first series of the game or whatever. So we go into the locker room. I said, listen, we're going to all the red area calls. I said, we're going to play the red area calls. These are the calls we're going to do. Went through the staff. Go back to the players. And I said, fellas, listen. I go, first of all, first half, here's the issues. This is what happened. I go, remember what we watched last night. I was like, the Charger game. I'm like, we're going to come back and win this thing. I'm like, we are going to be fine. Like, we just go play every single down. We got it. We put ourselves in a hole, but we got to play every single snap. These are the calls we're going to make. I go, you got to believe right now because we're going to do this. Yeah. And what was happening was Duran was on the bike. You remember this?
No.
Duran was on the bike and he was trying to stay warm. And so I let the players, I get done with my meeting and the players going to the coaches, and Duran starts chirping. He starts chirping. He's like, we got it. Like and I was like, you could feel the energy and you could feel the belief. And then all of a sudden you come in and you're like, we got to go. And you start chirping with Duran, and you guys are chirping back and forth and the energy's building. And I remember walking out, I was like, holy fuck, we're going to win this game. And I just, because I don't know where you came from. I don't know why you were on our side.
I don't either.
And Duran was like chirping, and it was like, you two are chirping at each other. And it was almost like, I don't know if you were trying to pump us up or he was trying to pump you up or whatever it was, but it was just, it built. And I was like, I walked down, I was like, holy shit, we're going to win this game. And I told him before we went out, I said, here's what's going to happen. We're going to get a negative play on the first run. They're going to run the ball. I'm like, hi, if they run it at you, this is a TFL. I'm like, the first third down, they're not going to throw. We're going to double over here. It's coming backside. It'll be 3-by-1. You got to make the play. And it was Eric made the play on the backside. So the very first series, they had the ball, TFL on the first play. They run it to high. Third down, they throw it to Eric. It was like third and long because we had put him in long yard situation. We break it up. They come inside, and I go, here we go. It's going to happen. So we go through the game, and what happened was the series, they're going left to right. So they're going that way in the end zone. Second down run, Coleman is in the game. Coleman was the third down back.
Yeah.
Freeman was the early down back. So Coleman comes in, hands it off, and I look, and he's on the ground, and he's injured. Screwed up his ankle. And I remember watching, I was like, it's third down. Coleman's out. And I clicked on it. I said, hey, hi. I said, hi. Listen, I said, Coleman's out. Freeman's in. I go, we're going stack back or left. I go, don't show it. I go, walk late. I go, he'll never see you. I go get the ball, scoop. We got to score, bro. I go, you got this right now. It was one of those, like, Coleman got hurt. It clicked in my head. Freeman was in there. He was going to miss the protection. Don't show it. Walk up late. We're coming right at him, and we're about to score. We didn't score. I thought we were going to score.
Yeah.
But I was like, so I'm on with high the whole time. I go, wait. And I can see the quarterback give Freeman the mic point. And I can see him scan, right? Because he's got the mic and he's got scan. And he sees High inside. And then High, he goes outside. I go all the way outside the bunch. He walked all the way outside the bunch and he comes ripping off the edge. And I was like,
no one even there.
I was like, no one even sees him. And he stripped it. I think Branch recovered it.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought we were going to scoop and score. But it was the same call as Rob called in 2014. Rob stopped him on the 3rd and short.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where it was like, it just clicked in my head. It was like, Freeman's out. You know, they're going to screw up the 3rd down protection. Let's go get him. So that was the turnover, which really then, you know, now we're feeling it.
Then we had the Trey Flowers sack.
So then later in the game, now they're driving. They throw Julio's right there. I was with Julio last year. He's like the best, right? Yeah. And I was like, bro, how far out of bounds did you reach? The little ball is literally 10 yards out of bounds. It's ridiculous, right? Yeah. I'm in the coach's, it's past me and he catches this thing. And everyone's on the headset. It's like, he's out. I'm like literally looking at his feet. I'm like, he's not out. I'm like, he just caught it.
Yeah.
So now they're in field goal range. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, hey, Dev, we got to blitz. So blitz Dev, get the TFL. And so now it's 2nd and long. So everyone's like, they're going to run it again. They're going to run it again. And some of my head was like, they're not going to run it. They're going to throw. And I'm arguing on the headsets with Bill. And he's like, they're going to run it. I'm like, they're not going to run it. I'm like, they're the quarterback of the year. They got the offensive coordinator of the year. Like, they're throwing the ball all over the place. I'm like, they're going to throw it again. Like, they're going to get in their own way here. I'm like, so I actually called a 3-man rush because I wanted to have max coverage, but it was a 5-down look. But as they lined up, I look, and now I got Jabal, who's great, sheared. He's on the outside. But now I'm like, oh, shit, it's the wheel route. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, I'm freaking out because I'm like, this is about to be a touchdown. Yeah. And so sure enough, I think it was Freeman, he releases. I see Jabal, he's peeling on the wheel. I was like, oh, my, like, here we go. And Trey because I put him on the nose because of his quickness and his length, and I knew that they would struggle.
Alex Mack was hurt.
Yeah, he had the ankle, and I knew he was going to struggle with the redirect, and Trey's arms were so long, he could get into you, and he was he just skinnied through, and he gets in, and he sacks him, and I was like, saved my life, right? So then what happens is on that play, it was that one or the next one, Hightower, he's on, I think it was long, on the other side, and Hightower gets held, totally buried. And they didn't call it. And I see High talking to the official, and I was like, they're going to call holding. I was like, so it's 3rd down. So I'm like, hey, High, go again. So he rushes again. Flag comes out. I was like, pushing them back and forth. I'm like, I don't know how the hell. Like, you just see that stuff. So then, you know, again, the whole thing was they weren't in control of the game. We were controlling the game. We were running. We were stopping the run now. And now we got to cover a kick. And those guys made it unbelievable. They pin them deep late in the game. And I remember clicking on, we stopped them on first time. I remember clicking on to Bill and I go, hey, we're about to win the Super Bowl and the craziest rule that no one's ever seen before. I'm like, be ready for a free kick. Because I was like, if they don't get any more yardage, I'm like, we're going to fair catch this thing and we're going to win the Super Bowl. It's going to be crazy. I think they got like 7, put us out just out of it, you know, and they kicked it out. And then
I was thinking walk-off. Because I went down to return the punt. Yeah. And I was sitting there like, all right, man, if I fucking walk this off, man, I'm going to have the it's going to be the best
It's going to be unbelievable. So then, you know, we go to overtime.
We tried some other shit. Yeah. Remember we tried the Gamecock?
Bro, I mean, he blew his hamstring out. That was so bad.
Gamecock was like the annexation of Puerto Rico play for us, where the guy, like a fumblerooski, give it to this guy.
Fake kneel, hand it over. And
fucking, that was a crazy game.
That was great. So then we win.
Yeah.
It's bananas. So we go through all the thing. I get on the bus, right? So I get on the bus. Tommy's in the back. It's Josh, Laura, myself, Raina, Bill. Tommy's in the back. And I'm literally like, did we win? Like, I don't even know what happened. And Josh is looking at me, he goes, hey, bro, he goes, I didn't see any of the defense. I go, I didn't see one play of the offense. It was because every series was like, this has to go right, then this has to. So your catch, I didn't see that till the next day. Yeah. I was like, I didn't see any of that happen during the game. And Josh was like, what happened to you? And I'm like, bro, we got the stack back or left call. He's like, you should see this catch Julian made. And then we ran this. And Josh and I are trying to fill each other in because I'm like, I don't even know if we won. And Bill turns around and he's like, hey, look, he goes, listen, he goes, you know, we got to play these guys next year. It's probably going to be like the first game of the year. They'll probably do that. When we get back, let's make sure we write down like what was good. I'm like, I don't even know if we won, Bill. I'm like, we literally on the bus. I'm like, what are you talking about right now? I'm like,
no days off, Matty P.
I was like, holy crap. Josh and I just looked at each other and started laughing. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't even know if we won the game.